It's Week 6 of the National Football League. Coming up, we'll see Sam Howell. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Commanders and the Falcons next on Madden Football.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is Gibson, fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Little bootleg here. Howell. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Howell. Jahan Dotson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
The Falcons got their feet wet with Ridder during a 4-game audition last season, and he did end their year with a pair of wins. Optimism reigns that he is their quarterback of the future.
Ridder and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 18 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives our offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But if the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready?
On the run, it's Robinson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
You talk about this Falcon defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Falcons, they were fantastic a week ago in a win over Houston.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Ridder from the gun. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Switch, yellow. Ready.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. You talk about this Washington defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had to rule. First half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
Check red, check white, black swap, check pink.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that the defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Room here to run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A give left side to Robinson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action, it's Howell. And his throw here's incomplete. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Howell down to throw it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Howell. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention in coverage moving forward.
Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're heading down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Ball start, offense. Let's go now.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Big strike, and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Here we go. Commit red. Check white. Black swap.
Robinson up the middle. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Double 38.
Back to throw, Ritter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Striker, 3-3. Hut.
Ritter now. Short throw caught by Pitts. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Here we go.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Yellow, line, switch, yellow, opposite, green.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Faking the handoff. Howell. That's caught by Howard. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They'll go play action. Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Throwing here, Howell. Forced out to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Ritter to throw it. Got a man, it's London. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Meanwhile, Ritter's throw there taken in by Smith. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. Kirk Cousins has fired 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Seahawks. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Ready. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Stand. Put. Ready.
Here's Ritter. Got London on a slant. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
London moved the chain, something he did 48 times as a rookie last season. First receiver taken in 2022 draft. Finished with almost 900 yards in the league's second worst passing offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check white. Black swap.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU make. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Desmond Ritter, 60 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Yellow. Line.
Ritter will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They go play action with Howell. He'll let one go deep for Howard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Looking to throw it here. Ritter into the hands of London. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Come on, set.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Switch, yellow, ready, ready.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Check White.
Option left, and Ritter keeps it. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
check pink. Blue, check. Yellow, Lonnie, switch.
Ritter. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Rolling to his right. Looking for Dodson, and he's got him. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
And Howe will throw it.
And his throw is incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Opposite. Green, Smith, red. Check white.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready.
Ritter back to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could do your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At the 33-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And get
73 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Now he'll look to throw it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10
at their own 21.
They'll start with a give to Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that kick.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
But his offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second. This is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this. And they're on the move here with a first down.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here's Howell. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Black swap, check pink.
They'll start out here with the action left. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Ready.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
52 blast, blue, check. Yellow, line, switch, yellow.
Here's Robinson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Down.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty.
Opposite, green, Smith, red. Check white. Black swap, check pink. Blue, check. Yellow.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Switch, yellow. Opposite, green.
They run. Robinson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
Set hunt.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Smith, red. Check white. Black swap, check pink.
They'll run again.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders.
Down by 4. A little under 50 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Well, he was good as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Howell to throw.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they
elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. And now the attention on the Falcons offense. Trailing by 4. A little under 30 seconds remaining. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Ritter wants to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Ready.
Here's Ritter. That's caught by Pitts. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Ritter. Got an open man here. It's KJ Hamler. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Ritter. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout. Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets.